Voluntary experience of leadership is past trustee of IIM Bangalore Alumni Trust, independent director in over 10 companies, member of peer review board QRB, FRRB, and he has authored many books. With this brief introduction, I hand over the session to the speaker.
First time I am trying to do a presentation on the internet itself, so I hope my mobile internet will work. Just in case it fails, we'll have to see what goes, because I didn't prepare a presentation specifically. This is a small tool which I have used called Notion. Notion is available on web, anybody can use it. It's a free tool. Let it not be a theoretical discussion. I'm just concentrating about you and me. What we do on a daily life, how do we get clientele? Once we get a clientele, what do we do with the client? How do we convince him? How do we build up our business? Especially focused to startup world. I'm not talking of the Ponds of India, Hindustan Livers of India. I'm just talking about what Ankit's company was doing. Specifically for that, in fact, we are the auditors of his company also. So we'll only see how can we try to work on the same platform, but make it in such a way that it can be billable. It can be monetized. It can be rendered as a professional service. So what I'll be talking today, everything of it you know. There is no doubt about it. But where there would be a change of flavor is, how does the other person know? As a chartered accountant, all of you know what I am talking. But how does the startup world know? How does one Ankit sit down here and understand? How does a Dunzo understand what we are telling? How does a Swiggy understand what we are telling? Because they talk a different language. When I came first time for a startup ecosystem, I was, those days I used to always wear a tie. Without, even today I don't go to the department without a tie. At least I'll wear the Modi coat and go. But for a startup ecosystem, I went with a tie. And by the way, Saurabh is my colleague, a very, very smart boy. He'll be helping me do the presentation. 130% of the presentation he has done. I'm only doing the talking. Otherwise, everything he has done. So I went to a startup and stood there wearing a tie and everything. Thought there will be a PowerPoint presentation. And this fellow walks in with the shorts. I felt very disrespected. What nonsense is this? I'm a professional, I'm a chartered accountant. How can he come like this? This was around 14 years ago. After the 14 years ago, we told, let us not work for these fellows. They don't respect professionals, we will not go to work for them. But today things have substantially changed. Then we also started learning. Then slowly I told, let me remove the tie and go. Now in the office we can wear jeans, but we have to have a formal shirt. We have to have a formal shoe. So we have to change according to times. There were days where they used to come to our office. Now nobody comes to our office. They will come and meet me. So I have tried to work it only on this. What is the definition of our foundation of a chartered accountant and a startup? What is our relationship? Who are the stakeholders? Go back. And as and when we monitor this internet page, at the end of the day, I just have to press publish and you all can access it directly. I don't even need to send it anywhere. You can just see it in the web. There are formats you can use. There is data you can use. There are thought processes you can use. If you're not able to download, just maybe in LinkedIn, my LinkedIn page is Guruprasad M. You can just message me in LinkedIn, I can send it to you. Then who are the stakeholder? Is the client my client, or are there many people? Other than the client, who is my stakeholder? That is very important to understand, because when I'm working for ZWorks is not the client. I'm working for 10 clients, not one client, but the legal entity is one. The journey of Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, that needs to be understood in the startup, especially when we are going to price them. Our role as a chartered accountant, what is the role we have to do? How do we give them GST? How do we give them profession tax? Then method of charging fees. This is also very important. We need to know in this session, how do we charge them? We can't just be telling, I can't charge you fees. We have a profession to demand. We have salaries to pay. How do we charge them? And a concept of simplicity, because they need simplicity in the world. We are known for complexities. If you come to us, we only start with subsection 13, subsection 14, now talk. No, they don't understand that. They just tell me, kitna paisa bolo hai. Some common questions, what are the answers? What are the common questions they ask and what do we need to do for that? Templatize your life. The entire life has to be a template. I have a very bad sore throat, so once in a while I'll eat something, please pardon me. And beware where you are heading, where you are going to make mistakes, you will burn life. And technology, what is the technology required to render our services? So we approximately have around 1 hour. I have around 9 topics, 6-7 minutes per topic. So you need to be with me so that if you miss one topic, the next topic you can join me back. So that's how we'll try to run it. When I started my startup ecosystem, how many of you have heard of Mama Earth? Just on 8th of this month, they went public. And I just posted in the partners WhatsApp group today. Normally, my bank balance will be 50,000, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 5 lakhs. I knew something had happened in Mama Earth. And today I just posted, I can show you the WhatsApp in the partners group. I had a hit in my partners, in my WhatsApp account, 1 crore 30 lakhs. But I have never seen such a big hit all my life. What is this 1 crore 30 lakhs? This is Mama Earth when I had done some work for them some 15 years ago or 14 years ago. That time I had billed them a lakh of rupees. They had given me 0.0016% of the company. That has become 1.3 crores. First time I am experiencing something like this all my career. Money just hit the account. Now definition of the foundation. When you click here, it will go down. It has got many things. In fact, we use this for many clients to showcase what are we doing. In case we are doing an incorporation of a company, we use Notion. Steps are there, videos can be uploaded, PPTs can be uploaded, Excel can be uploaded, comments are there, WhatsApp can be linked, 1 million things are there and free of cost. You don't have to pay money. So get to know the startup animal is very vital. Let us understand that they are not a regular client. No watch, no worries. If you don't keep up time, that would never work in the startup world. We have to be extremely time conscious. Everything happens in WhatsApp. Shareholders agreement, supermajority rights, affirmative rights, pass 3, merchant banker certificate, they all exchange in WhatsApp. The formal communication has gone into a toss. And you need to have 1 million times patience for funding. You pass a resolution for pass 3, the lawyers will revise it 6 times. Then they'll come back and tell the investor will tell, I don't want this word. And the shareholders agreement can be a nightmare. They negotiate for 3 months. After the signing, nobody sees the shareholders agreement. Nobody sees. It's become like my audit report. I don't see my audit report. The auditor has come, signed and gone. Shareholders agreement by evening, please. This is one strangest thing. There were days where we used to come and tell, okay, you come in the month of November, December I'll incorporate your company and go. Startup world is very different. Can I get the shareholders agreement by evening? Valuation certificate, can you give by day after tomorrow? So that is the world we are living in. Stock option, negotiate very wisely. Everybody, when they start in 2 people, 3 people, obviously they'll tell, sir, paisa nahi hai, stocks le lo. 99% companies don't work. Only 1% is a Mama Earth. So be very, very careful when you accept stock option. Budget, if you tell I want a budget, they'll tell what is a budget. I don't understand a budget. So you are dealing with an animal who doesn't understand any of the financial principles. Most important is this, in my corner of my house, a Lakshmi store started. Now when the Lakshmi store started, he never came to me and told, I am a startup, thoda kam rate de do mujhe. I am a startup, give me an advance. I am a startup, do free work for me. So every shop which comes in Chickpet, Rajajinagar, Jainagar is also a startup. But this is a strange animal which is very entitled. They come from IITs, they come from the best of the schools, but they are very entitled. I am a startup, you need to do free for me. I am a startup, you need to do the following. You have a long-term relationship. There is only one long-term relationship. One is with your wife, one is with your mother. There is no long-term relationship. You will get dumped. Children will come, sir, but they're startups. Children will come, they're startups. They'll tell, I'm entitled. Papa is a chartered accountant, give me car. They're entitled. So these are the definitions of foundation. Understand who is your client. And who is your client is very vital. You are not working for ZWorks. ZWorks is only the target entity. The entire investor community will talk. One client you mess up, it goes to the entire investor community. So it's a very, very closely knit community. Just you look at the investor community. To give a paraphrase, when I went to this website, Venture Capital Association of India, there were some 820 firms. Come down. Out of which 170 173 funds are registered with SEBI. Only 173 funds. And if you look at the overall investment VCs, all put together, there are around 46,000 venture funds and BFCI. Our client will come only from the venture fund, the second column. Approximately there are 3,259 firms. In Guru and Jana, the firm where I come from, we are around 700 people. Out of this 3,259 firms, we do a lot of startup work. How many VCs do you think we have network? Just guess. But that means if we are 700 people, in my startup ecosystem, at least there are 250 people working. Chartered accountant, cost accountant, lawyers, company secretaries. So out of this 3,259, can anybody guess a number how many clients we may have? For 250 people. Just a wild guess. We are all masters of numbers. He is telling 100. Sir has told 100. 5. Sir was quite clear. There are only 5 relationships. Actually, we have only 4 relationships. One good relationship with a VC can mean at least half work of his portfolio. Each VC has got close to 150 to 180 portfolio companies. That means you are looking at 90 clients rendering accounting, payroll, taxation, GST, corporate law, legal, HR, valuation. Except audit, you are rendering everything else. Or you choose, I want to render audit, I will leave up everything else. So you need to understand who is the client. Come down. And other than this, we have thousands of AIF investments. They're very, very small companies, but this is also a good market opportunity because what happens is a small baby is born through an AIF. That means they bet on a small company. The exit of an AIF is a VC. The exit of a VC is a private equity. So even if you have one AIF, any exit office will go to a VC. So the VC sees your work. Hey, who did your books, pen? Call him. The VC will see and the PE will see. So it's only one relationship which spreads to all over. What happened? And incubators are a very good source of work. Only in Bangalore we have 923 incubators. Only in Bangalore. Now NSR Cell, Bangalore, Techno Hub, NSR Cell we have 3,494 incubators. Number of incubators are 923. That would be a substantial sum of money for a chartered accountant. Now incubators is one place who can be a stakeholder. What I mean by a stakeholder is, you go to one incubator, you have one client of an incubator, do well, all others are your clients. And the competition is so comfortable. Why I am telling this to you is, even if all of us do the same work, still work is left. We can't do work, there is so much work available. Just look at the number of Tamil Nadu incubators, only in Tamil Nadu. There are 127 incubators in Tamil Nadu. Karnataka has 119 incubators. These are accelerators, these are not incubators. What is an incubator? It's a baby. When a baby is born, it is not doing well, it is put in an incubation machine. It is doing very well, it is put in a cycle. That is an accelerator. So go and sit down in a cycle, now you start building. Next one, please. Now, successful startups could be a very huge potential for us. Even one successful startup, somebody like Ankit, who just spoke to all of you today, maybe that gentleman who is a chartered accountant would have invested in some 25, 30 startups. Now, if I have Ankit as my client, I'm not having Ankit as a client, I'm having Ankit as an entire ecosystem. Now, everything comes, it's a magnetic force. Legal firms can be one of the most beautiful sources of startups. Most legal firms will have work, and they don't have, in Bangalore alone, such startup-based ecosystem, legal firms must be at least 200. So our client is a legal firm, our client is not the startup. Next. MNC firms could be a good source of startups because MNC firms cannot do both. A Big Four or a GT or a BDO or a EY cannot do both. So they have a hub of activity for startups. Next. And the famous WhatsApp group, you have to be very, very alert of this. Hey, Guru has not done the GST return, be careful. They'll put it in the WhatsApp group. They don't care. They don't give a damn about your reputation. They don't give a, you may tell, I have worked for you all my life, and you're gone and put in the WhatsApp group. And I get messages back from the WhatsApp group, Guru, you have not filed GST returns from somebody else in Jaipur. That's a famous WhatsApp group. All of them will have one group of 200 people. Hey, be careful of Guru, he's charging too high. Phone gone. All the 200, I'm in trouble. So be very careful, don't let a startup go out of you in a bad taste. Most of them will get troubled because of bad taste, because the speed of the travel in startups is very fast. It's just a WhatsApp away. If you go back to the syndrome of what you did is wrong, when I see the bigger picture, what I mean by that is, if I point out to him when I am doing the work, hey boss, your BRS is not okay. You are using funds of the working capital and investing in fixed assets. What you are doing is wrong. When I point out something like that, hey, no, you're wrong. You have to see the bigger picture. I'm changing the world. I'm doing the I'm the Swiggy of the world. But when they do it, some mistake, they don't file returns, they do some nonsense. At that stage, they'll tell, no. You should see the bigger picture here. I got 4 million customers. So the coin is very different for either of us. And you did it phenomenon is crazy. Anything wrong, chartered accountants did it. Anything right, I did it. Long term, these are the institutions. This is also a very big potential. As sir was introducing me, I'm from IIM Bangalore. The number of clients I get from IIM Bangalore is phenomenal because it's a cartel. They just refer among their cartel. Unlike chartered accountants, we don't work as a cohesive force. They all are one force. If you have one client in IIT Kharagpur, you're done. The entire IIT Kharagpur can be with you. One client in IIT Kharagpur can get you at least 100 clients. Of course, it takes 10 years, but that's where we are. Long-term relationship is a myth. Please don't believe that long-term relationship. The day you have an engagement, please collect money. My valuation is going up. My game is a bigger game. I am changing the world, boss. आप सब पूरा करो. हमको पैसा दे दो. नम दुड नमक कोटपड़ी पा. It happened in one very famous case where I had a startup case and this gentleman asked me 5 lakh rupees loan. I gave it. I called his father and shouted at his father also. He was getting 18 lakh rupees. This idiot has left that job and he is doing some stupid app. What is wrong with him? We had major discussions. I can't name it because it's all in public media. And after that, I saw for 6 months, 1 year. I went and fought with him and collected my 5 lakhs back. Give my buddy 5 lakhs back. I have a client, if you go to Google and just type as Ashish Gupta and Flipkart. You will get it in all the newspapers. He invested 10 lakhs in Flipkart, he got 130 crores. Ashish Gupta and Flipkart. Like that in this company, I put 5 lakhs. I fought and got my money back. Today, if I had left it, it would have become some 90 crores. I could have retired peacefully. Next one, please. You are with me till now? The journey of, the journey of Brahma Vishnu. This is a very interesting journey for a startup. What is very vital is 95% of the startups will die. 90% will die. So when you are looking at the photo there, every startup we are going to create. That means I get incorporation services, I get all the statutory registration, setting up accounts, setting up your accounts manual, everything. Then Vishnu, sustainable services. Every month I'll give you MIS, every month I'll give you compliance dashboard. I'll face the DD auditors. I will face any of the audit queries which comes. So I'm a Vishnu. End is the Maheshwara. Most of them liquidate. Unfortunately, as chartered accountants, we don't want cold and cough. We want cancer. Liquidation is cancer. Cold and cough is incorporation. I get 80,000, 1 lakh, 1 lakh 20, 50,000, 80,000. Liquidation, they just want to wipe their hands and get out. 25 lakhs is the fees. You take over, you become the director. Now PMLA has come, they are more scared. And chartered accountants are even more scared in PMLA. It is the right opportunity for us to become directors. Yeah, if PMLA is there, we'll follow that. Why am I afraid of that? I am a legal person. I'll follow PMLA. Earlier, I used to charge 25,000 bucks for a director. I'll now cost 1 lakh rupees for being a director. Either way, I'm doing all the work. So the entire journey can be a one-time service. You have to plug it out very carefully for them. One-time service could be any of these things. The recurring services could be, all these things can come. Then you come to the recurring services is your monthly service. Every month you do all the books, payroll, TDS, you are the finance department. In fact, most of them we sign checks. The fellows don't even give OTP today. They're telling Guru Sahab, aapka OTP dal do. Law doesn't allow that. No, a resolution kar do, aap le lo. So they just are telling, leave me alone to do business. My focus is, okay, you do business, this is my business. I'll take care of this. So the next one, this is where we become mostly difficult, is 1 to 1.5. First month, second month, third month we'll do, fourth month we'll fail. And that is where we get stuck up in DDs. When a DD comes there, this fellow didn't messed up here. 4 times he has delayed GST. This fellow messed up, he has not deducted foreign payments, he has not deducted GST. Now in case we fail there, that is where we fail totally. The annual services obviously will be your strange services of your year-end audit. Somebody has to be, and at heaven's sake, please don't do audit and tax together. You are doing accounting and you think you are doing audit in another sister company, that's crime. We will get caught one fine day. In 99% of the DDs, that has become one of the leading points of condition precedent. That means before I invest, you have to remove him. 99% of it. Tell you have, I'll generally wait till I'll give you 10 firms, go to the website, see their website, I'll arrange a meeting. Let them be the auditors and we'll go there. So at any cost, never do that. Next one, please. But where it comes is, the entire Vishnu is sustainability. You don't make anything out of Vishnu. For example, if you are doing accounting payroll, maximum you can bill them 80,000 lakh of rupees per month. You will make a profit of 20-30,000 bucks a month. It's only basic sustainability. So as long as we sustain more, these are the ones which get better. We have to wait for the spike. Every startup will have a spike once in 2 to 3 years. Minimum 3 years there will be a spike. So even if you are billing on an average of 12 lakh rupees per year, 3 years is 36 lakhs. One spike is 10 lakhs. So we'll have to wait for the spikes. Valuation, forensics, due diligences, data room, shareholders agreement, new investment. So wait for the spike. Now what is the importance of the spike is? The spike is most important because this is where it will get you noticed. Sustainable service will not get you noticed. When you are going to a spike, you are speaking to the investors. When you are going to the spike, you are speaking to Amarchand Mangaldas. When you are in a spike, you are speaking to Nishit Desai. When you are in a spike, you are speaking to Ashish Gupta or maybe Ankit. I met Ankit in a spike only. Otherwise, I would never have met him. Next one. Last journey services. Ram Naam Satya Hai services is very vital. These are the services which most of them would be happy to wind up. So this is the time we tell, okay, long-term relationship, I'll take care of this now. So long-term relationship ends here. At any point of time, no emotions, let us work on the long-term relationships. And all this is available. I'll send you the link. You can copy it, you can download it, do whatever you require. And what is very vital is, as chartered accountants, what is it we are offering them? What is it we are offering them is only one simple sentence. I can cover up this entire thing. You do your business, I'll take care of everything. So never give an engagement letter telling that I'll give you this breakdown, these are my services, I'll do this. So if you see here, we have put an umbrella, told assurance, IBC, corporate law, ESOP, cross-border, direct taxes, advisory, accounts, compliance. We have put more spikes. Just ask us, we'll do it. Because by the time he is going to give you a share certificate for stamping, he has got only 8 hours or 12 hours or 15 hours. In that you are sending a proposal, after the proposal one engagement letter, then signing the engagement letter, then IRL, information request list. So bolte kya hai? After that you get, then by the time you start work, he has gone ahead another 100 paces. He has gone ahead signing 2 deals. No, this is a world of speed. We can't be doing that. So it is very vital to do this. Next one, do develop some website-based connections, because only the larger firms have a bandwidth to go and tell. Somebody is telling in India, I'm having an IP in India, flip it to US. Or make the US incorporated body, India will be the subsidiary. The first question they're asking is, whom do you know in US? And everything is web-based today. So it is a very level playing ground today. Earlier BDO used to tell, I have an office in Chicago. I have an office in Minneapolis. Today even we can tell. I have a network in Chicago. I have a network in Minneapolis. Finally, it is only a network. And trust me, at least we are working with all these countries, their level of service is definitely much better. We can trust their services. I've never got failure in the last 20 years. Always it has worked. Next one, please. Bankers, be very careful. It's deep sea. You are either dealing with a deep sea or a devil. Both are same. Every banker will live your life miserable. When they open the account, they are with you. When FDI is coming, kill you. When FIRC has to come, they'll kill you. When FCGPR has to get approved, they'll kill you. When FCTRS has to get approved, they'll kill you. Till that time, it is hunky-dory. So most of the cases, be very cautious of the banker. Never ever tell I know the banker. Bankers could be very, very tough in case I have 2-3 liquidations and we are going to liquidations and they're not allowing me to operate the bank account. I had to get orders from NCLT. So it's going to be very tough. Be careful. An investor can make or break your name. One investor has, I met one investor sometime in 1997. Today it is 2023. He has given me work enough for 250 people at least for a period of 15-18 years now. That's a lot. 250 people. Salary can be per month at least in excess of 1 crore. If he is giving me work of that much, one investor, one individual, so he can make or break your life. Be extremely cautious in that front. And don't offer extra, be very careful. Then you will get these two famous things. You know I don't have a secretary, you have to help me. You know I don't have an office, you have to help me. That is how work comes in your plate. So you will have to know when to put a full stop. I tell, look, this is not my work. Simple example, rubber stamp. आप कर सकते हैं? Yes sir. Director rubber stamp I can do. Authorized secretary rubber stamp I can do because it's illegal. Some client has asked a rubber stamp, he is entering into a vendor agreement. He'll call and tell, Guru, I need a stamp paper. What can I do? You need a stamp paper. So you have to understand, at one side you are going to give them everything. At one side you know how to put a full stop. You have to strike a very safe balance. It is as good as having a girlfriend and a wife together. You need to know how both of them cannot get caught, but you are enjoying both of them. You have to ensure that one. How much time over? We have another 30 minutes, no sir? Then we'll have some 10 minutes of question answers also. What, madam? Oh, so 30 minutes I'll have time, then 15 minutes we can discuss. And method of charges, I did some survey. I spoke to some 100 firms. What are you guys charging? Can we know? So I hope you can see this. So if you keep, no, I need some space in the left. Reduce the size. Little more. Yeah, that's perfect. Saurabh, thank you. See, there is a firm which is telling, we just took one sample of a company which is in technology. That means they don't have inventory. So I don't have to maintain inventory records. Second simple example, none of these fellows make profit all their life. So section 72 of the Income Tax Act is out of the books for them. So you don't have to worry, carry it forward. If you file an income tax return, if the assessing officer will disallow 50% of your expenses, you should tell him, please disallow 80%. Either way, this guy will not make money in his life. So there is no income tax headache. There is no GST input. Because whatever input you are collecting, you have to use it for output sometime. When will the output come? When will the output come? When my son gets grey hair like me, output will come. Till that time, there is no output. So there is no worry on GST input. You are not going to claim input output at all. You are not going to claim any of the losses. So at least from two departments, we are out of the picture. Corporate law is one department, you file and forget it. Nothing will happen from there. FEMA is one thing which we have to be very comfortable. So we have taken only a company which has got some 30 people in this survey. Employees are 30 people. One. Condition number two, the company has earned funds. They have raised around 10 crore rupees funds, for example. They need payroll, they need accounting compliances. If you look at firm A, is billing up to 45,000 a month, firm B 30,000, firm D is 14,000. And all are like-minded firms. All are firms which are there for 20 years, 15 years firms. So we chose 50, but I have just presented around 10. Firm F is quoting 70,000. Firm H is quoting 1 lakh. Firm I is quoting 11,000, firm J is quoting 90,000. All are chartered accountants. How can rates be so different? How can rates be 1 lakh for one guy and another guy is charging 14,000? Something must be dramatically wrong. If this guy is able to command 1 lakh, why is the other guy commanding 14,000? I'll come to that. If you come to GST compliances, people are charging 2,500. Firm E is charging 2,500. If you come here, no, these two are spikes, you can leave these two. These two are strange cases, I just put it there. But if you look at the average fees here, 10,000 to 12,000. So the GST return is the same return for everybody. We put the same Excel, we upload the same Excel. Nobody is bothered about 2A because you don't have an output at all. Input baad mein jao. Doesn't make any difference. How come there is so much of difference? Look at the payroll. People are charging from 10,000 to 30,000. End-to-end payroll. No PF, ESI, come down. Corporate law, at least you get a easier figure. Corporate law people are charging at, if you come there, total D, 15,000, some are charging 5,000. Go to the top, total A plus E, yellow, grand total. Look at the variation in the fees. 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh 5,000, 59,000, 1 lakh 46, 2 lakh 8,000, 2 lakh 3 and 33,000. So if you take a firm which is charging 1 lakh 50 as an accountant, chartered accountant, I'm sure all of us are offering the same service. There's no difference in GST. GST is a law we are all following. There's no difference in accounting standard. We are all following depreciation schedules. Everybody will give monthly profit and loss account schedules. Everybody will give monthly balance sheet schedules. Everybody will give compliance dashboard. Who will not give compliance dashboard? Then why is pricing so much? So much of a difference. The whole strategy pricing is different is only one reason. The reason is we are not telling the client. The smaller firms, when we reviewed it, everything is engagement letter based. Everything I did, these are the 4 services I am doing. I'll do the 4 services. Anything else comes, I'll give you a new bill. These are the 6 services, I'll give you a new bill. That is extra. Those are the companies which are charging small. The bigger companies are telling, look boss, if you want to do all these things, you have to have an accountant. Even after having an accountant, you have to come to me because he doesn't know everything. So just pay me that salary. Don't do anything else, just pay me that salary. And I'll take care of everything. So that everything is fetching that 1 lakh 40. And if you have 10 clients of this, it's a matter of 14, 15 lakhs at a margin of at least 40%. 10 clients easily can be handled by one senior guy, one chartered accountant, one BCom student. So the chartered accountant, even if you pay him lakh and 15,000, assume you are paying him well, BCom student is experienced, you are paying him 35,000. Your overheads is 25,000. All put together 2 lakhs. But you have a billing of 13, 14 lakhs. No, that is where it's a game changer. When you get that value of billing, the attention you give to the client is totally different. Now, if you're billing 30,000, then you want appointments, you send, I'll see my calendar and get back. So even in your practice, whoever is paying the highest fees, you will pick up his call immediately. The guy who is paying lowest fees. So the entire service model is, I'll charge you salary per month. Instead of hiring a person, I am taking care. So in fact, we go and tell, you go and interview the resumes. These are the salaries in the market. I'll be charging you so much. And easily it is coming. And along with salary, you pay me also. Don't pay me as a bill. Every month you pay me along with salary. I'll upload mine also in the salary statement, only pay me. Now his mindset is very clear. And wait for spikes. Spikes are not free of cost. Wait for spikes. The spikes are due diligences is a spike. Valuation is a spike. Valuation can be anything between lakh and 50 to 1 lakh 75,000. And liquidations is a huge spike. Dividends paying back to the parent company, repatriation is a very huge spike, because this is the place where the bankers will come to your doorstep. Because when money is coming from a foreign company, it is got struck up. It is only showing in reserves and surplus. So you're telling the foreigner, you send the money on Monday, by Friday I'll send you back. Now the banker is very happy. On Monday it comes, he has got exchange conversion. On Friday he has got a double exchange conversion. Masti. So he'll come at your doorstep and do whatever you want for him. Next. Funding is a very, very good thing. When you go for funding, transfer pricing is, we tell you your transfer pricing is 10 plus 2, don't worry. But below that, there will be 400 pages. That 400 pages is required. That is our profession. That is what we'll see. He may not see it. Perfectly okay. He may not even understand what is a scrutiny notice under 143.2. Yesterday only we have received some 10 summons for 133. Everybody is receiving summons. So my partner came and told, Guru, lot of summons are coming. Why are you worried? It's festival time. For summons are coming means it's good for us. Why are you worried? For him it is a problem. For us, what is the problem? Accounting standards in e-commerce industries, be very careful. This is where we lose audits. Especially in marketplace industries, we don't do revenue recognition properly, and all their valuation is based on sales numbers. If the sales is not accurate, we get dead there. And quote has to be simple. Quote has to be just one spreadsheet. Don't create complexities for the quote. Just have, no, not this. You can skip this. This is not the one. Data is required is only basic, but background everything must be there, and softwares has to be available. Some decent quality softwares have to be available. You have to have something which looks fancy. Now, if I give an Excel spreadsheet instead of something like this, now this is finally another Excel spreadsheet only. But the world wants to see this. The world does not want to see a complex Schedule 3. Schedule 3, nobody is, sir, IFRS balance sheet today I am not able to understand. How do you expect a client to understand an IFRS balance sheet? In IFRS, I am finding out where is my asset. Things have become so bad in IFRS. What do you expect a client to take a decision in an IFRS balance sheet and make his corporate decisions based on that? Now, if you see another software which has not come in India, but a fantastic software called Puzzle. 99% of the accounting is done by Puzzle. We actually don't need to do anything. It is working in US. We are, for all our US clients, we are using Puzzle. 99% of the accounting is done. There is a tool which is called as bill.com. There is another tool which is called as ramp. All the bills will come in ramp. You just have to pass it. Payment also ramp takes care. After payment is taken care by ramp, it is also coming and sitting in QuickBooks. The voucher and the QuickBooks entry is matched. What is it I have to do? I have to see the QuickBooks and just see whether data entry is correct. Other than that, I am technically not doing anything. Hello sir, how are you? He has not come to my session, he came late. Now if you see payroll services, the client will come and tell payroll is free, I don't want payroll to pay. Perfectly okay, don't pay me for payroll. I'll use Razorpay. Razorpay is giving free payroll for everybody. They are doing PF, they are doing ESI, they are doing Labour Welfare Fund, they are doing Weekly Holidays Act, they are doing National Holidays Act, free of cost. No problem sir, I'll use Razorpay. The only thing in Razorpay is you pay money in advance and it will come after 10 days. That is his money. So I'll do payroll free of cost. I'll monitor, for only monitoring this I'll take care. So I'll use Razorpay, you be happy with it. So these tools are very vital for us to project. If we still go with the tally balance sheet, things becomes very difficult. We can't go back and tell I'll give you an Excel spreadsheet, I'll give you a burn rate in Excel. Those would be very, very difficult. And some common questions, many times what happens is, we always feel this is chargeable. So the challenge will come is this chargeable, is this free? Is this chargeable, is this free? So that is where the friction comes. But if you go back, I have got some 55, 60 questions. We got some 55, 60 questions. All 55, 60 questions are the same. Everybody has the same question. Everybody has the same question. If you see the second one, ECB versus equity or advance. He is asking me one simple question, whether it should be ECB, whether it should be equity, whether it should be advance. Now as a chartered accountant, I am thinking it's a professional job. For him, he is thinking it's a Excel spreadsheet. So we just prepare a simple Excel spreadsheet. If at all it is ECB route, if it is equity route, if it is an advance route, what is the value of investment you key in? So row number 1.1 he'll key in. Row number 2.1, time is automated. The moment he keys it, the time will come up. It's only Excel, no rocket science. Row number 3, costs. What are the costs you have to incur? Is already there. Row number 3, what are the advantages? These are the advantages, these are the disadvantages. Now everybody call up and tell, should I get money in equity? Should I get money in loan? You need to advise me. Now we are thinking, for this I have to charge money. Now if I have a standard template, this template will answer 99% of questions. So any of us will understand that all questions cannot be more than 30, 40 questions. Outer limit, if you see the next one, come down, salary or consultant. So he's asking a simple question, should I take salary, should I take consultancy fees? For that we have a call, one Teams call. The Teams doesn't work half the times. He doesn't know where is he clicking, voice is not audible. Make a simple comparison and tell boss I am sending you this spreadsheet, please choose item number B. Your work is over, his work is over, he has got the solution, he has got a spreadsheet. So very vital for you to develop this database. You need to have a database also. Now if you compare, for example, you just compare payroll, comparison of Zoho and NetSuite. Everybody asks you the same question, which tool should I use, how much? And you are also getting bored up, your time is going. Just prepare one spreadsheet, throw it there, let him give it, and he thinks he has done it for your sake. No, you just kept it here and you are passing it on. So templatize your life is extremely important. You can just go down, transfer pricing calculator, rental space, payroll tool comparison, CSR calculator, salary computation, what is the TDS rate for salary, withholding of taxes computation, 15 CA, 15 CV. Finally, everything is a template. We may call it as beautiful jargon. I have to study double taxation agreement. I have to see bilateral trade agreement. Hey boss, finally you will come to Article 8 now. Everybody knows that. Why are you creating such a halla gulla for Article 8? Be done with it. We have another 3 more, then I can open it for questions. So templatize your life. As far as possible, have these templates with you. Every template is available in Google. There is nothing you can search in Google. In fact, how many of you are actually using ChatGPT? I am getting legal opinions in ChatGPT today. But of course, some may be wrong, but at least it is giving me some information. You have to edit. So much of time is saved. So any of these are available. So for this sake, if I want to ruin a relationship, see, first you give him the template. After that, let him come back now. He doesn't know what is POSH. He doesn't know how to do POSH training. He doesn't know what is POSH returns. If one girl complains to him in the police station, he doesn't know what to do. Now I will be waiting for good. Yeah, POSH complaint aa gaya, acha ho gaya. Very nice. POSH complaint aa gaya, let me handle it. My lawyer will go and sit down there. Now if I keep on stopping at a POSH letter, everybody have standard. Can you have a standard appointment letter? Now we get ego involved. How can I give appointment letter? It doesn't have value for profession. Finally, I have also copied it from somewhere. No, I didn't create any appointment letter. I also took a template. No big events like shareholders agreement, ESOP, I agree with that because these are complex matters. We have to leave it to the lawyers to do it. Appointment resignation of directors, simple formats like whether I should do ESOP or MSOP or phantom stock. Every damn thing is available in Quora. We just have to download it, sit down for 2 days, download everything, you can sit. In case anybody wants a list, what are these templates, I can give it to you. That's also no rocket science. I would have taken it from somewhere. I have not created some list. I am not a Vishnu anywhere. I am only a Vishnu. I am not a Brahma. I am only a Vishnu. I have taken it and sustaining it. Now this tool, whatever I have been telling you, it's a tool called Notion, which we experimented 3 days ago. It's working perfect. So all our clients, I am telling, use Notion. So every month I am telling them, click on the month, it will drop down, image is coming, graph is coming, photo is coming, video is coming. So client is super happy. Your Guru has got a new website. No, it's a free website. I am not doing anything. And extremely careful here, sales of 100 lakhs jack up. See, this is where we have to play a role of a chartered accountant. We lose clients in this sheet. We 100% lose clients, but only because of this we get clients. Especially in the startup ecosystem, be very careful about what is the revenue. Because the entire world runs on what is my sales, what is my data bank, how many customers I have, how many distribution channels I have. The entire questions are only there. Now most of us, what we tell is, you give me the sales figure, I'll account it. Now if you see the entire Google and you will see, understand, so many sales are fabricated. So the simple thing an investor will always come and tell is, you are an accountant, how come you didn't observe? Don't you know it's a dummy sales? You have been in the business, you have been with them for 4 years. Now I can't go back to them and tell, no, he gave sales figure, I took it. Hence, you are a chartered accountant, you need to know. We had one experience of one company, sales was some 80 lakhs or something. Next month the sale became 1.5 crores. Third month the sales became 2.2 crores. That time my manager came running and he told, Guru, you have to meet this guy. He's doing very well, his sales are going like rocket. So immediately I sent a mail to him. Sir, I would like to come and meet you, it looks like you are doing very well. When I went and met him, office looks exactly the same, there is no difference in office. Then next month sales is 3.5 crores. That next month sales is 5 crores. Then we got fishy. Then we started downloading all the sales invoices, find out who are the parties. Then we realized that company only is not there. Company only is not there. Now I could have got 2 options. One option, I could just tell boss, iska karma hai, what can I do? I could resign. Or a duty of my dharma is, who is the stakeholder? My first slide. The stakeholder is the investor. Now I need to go and tell the investors. Most of them will tell the engagement is with the client and you. Why are you going and telling the investor? Boss, I can't do that. You are bumping up sales. So that client, we went and told the investor. There was a massive backlash. They told, we'll complain to the CA institute. I told, do whatever you want. Baad mein jao. Do whatever you want. I have told what has to be right. Now today that investor has given us so much work because of one information. Told the investor, boss, sales mein kuch gadbad hai, please see. Problem ide alli hog nodkom banepa. I didn't tell anything. There is some problem in sale. Any unforeseen expenses, be doubly cautious. They'll all tell, I got one internal audit meeting where the MD had spent 3 crores on some distribution. And I asked him, what is the basis of this? What is the resolution of this? Hey, nonsense, sir. We are doing 500 crore business. What is this nonsense? Throw this point out of the way. I will go to hell. I'll keep it in the report. We left it in the report. That 3 crores brought down the company to its knees. A matter of another 1 month, you'll all listen in the newspaper, company is closing down. He has borrowed 600 crores, startup. Simple, I will deliver faster than you. I'll run faster than you. 3 crores distributed. Sandwich phenomenon is extremely important. Investor will plug you, promoter will plug you. Many cases there will be 2 investors, 3 investors. All the 3 will try to use their power to you and tell, hey, give me this, give me that, give me this. So you will get sandwiched between everybody. So that time only one thing will protect us, our data room. Go to my sustainable services, I'll give you the link, please see. Whatever is there, stick to your profession. If you take stands with anybody, we don't know whom will get kicked because the power in this cycle is very big. The circle is too huge. One mistake, it goes around everywhere. So be very careful of this. And investor wrath, I have been telling you many times, you are appointed by the company phenomenon. Why are you talking to the investors? I have given you the engagement letter. How are you talking to them? You may not even know the investor. But actually, you are, as a chartered accountant, you are reporting to the shareholders. It is not just an audit report. We are professionals carrying on a profession. So finally, I have to report to people who have paid money to them. My old company you have to close. Everybody has a old history. Before marriage, everybody had girlfriends. Before startup, everybody has their old companies. PF you have to get transferred. GST refund is not coming, it is your mistake. And at heaven's sake, please don't go and tell anybody I have to pay bribe. One word like that, your name is ruined for the entire circle. Tell I am not going to pay bribe. If your GST refund doesn't come, I can't do anything. I have made an application, I have collected my 25,000 rupees fees. After that, I will not even go to the department. It is up to you, you want to go and talk, you talk. TDS refund, I cannot pay OPE, but I want lower deduction of tax. I will make an application to the TDS officer in some form for 13, form 14, I don't know. Make an application, I will file it. After that, I will go and follow up. I will not get the certificate for you. Try to include OPE expenses there. That narration will come to somewhere. One investor will plug out and then he will make it big anti-corruption practices. He is sitting in Munradipalya. He is talking of US anti-corruption practices. They will make a blow out of it and it will be very difficult. Last but not the least, technology is required for us to render services. Notion itself is one of them. Many of you are on Tally, you need to migrate because even though Tally is my lifeblood, Tally only saved, only brought me practice, but in the startup ecosystem, we can't survive on that. We need to move in a place where vouchers are linked to the document. There is an approval process, there is a purchase process. Everything is a click away. Something like Zoho would be much more comfortable for all of you. And there are dashboards available in Zoho. Anybody can do a dashboard. Fantastic dashboards are available. Next one. Microsoft Central is extremely good. I am doing the trial balance. Dashboard is populating on its own. We are not doing anything. And Zoho is coming free for chartered accountants. First year we don't pay anything money, and second year also we are paying 20,000 per year. But all the bills are there, documents are there, purchase process is there. It can import an API, it can export an API. Things are so easy there. And obviously payroll, don't do it in Excel. And you always have to speak in a language telling that I will not take a call from an employee. I don't know who is calling. For them, they like all these beautiful words like confidentiality, cyber security, secrecy. They forget about accounting standards, AS9, AS6, nothing. They like these fancy words, so be with the fancy words. Those are very vital for your profession. Next. OneNote is very useful. All of us are doing this job, but this is so easy. You take an example of OneNote. All of you have Microsoft license, mandatory. OneNote is free of cost. You don't pay 1 rupee more. It is available free of cost. Just take all your data and dump it like this. Month-wise. So if you have 20 clients, you don't have to do any follow-up. You just have to see what is the blanks here. So OneNote is available and it's free of cost. And any data room comes, I just give a link of a OneNote. Please take the data room, it's ready. So now the client is extremely happy that you are doing this. You get controls here, you get, and of course you may not get escalation metrics, emails don't go, but this is good enough. It's better than our C: or Google Drive. Now any of these things are important because your stakeholders are many. They need to see the platform. If it is a US company, use Carta, it's paid service. Equity List is an Indian company, very good company, free of cost. No money charged. ESOP, MSOP, fundraising, cap table, equity grants, advisor grants, employee grants, data rooms, legal, all available, free of cost. Only for some additional versions, they'll charge you a nominal fee. All my clients I am doing free of cost. None of the software we are paid. OneNote is free of cost, Carta we have got free of cost, Zoho is free of cost. Microsoft Central, of course, it's not free of cost. So we generally avoid, we generally go to Zoho. Just to sum up, these are the points we had. What is the definition of the foundation? Exact on time, 1 minute before time. Who are your stakeholders? We need to be extremely cautious who are your stakeholders. It's no longer Jayanagar supermarket, it's India as a supermarket. The journey of Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwara. Maheshwara will come, be waiting. That is the spike for you. Brahma is okay, Vishnu is okay. Maheshwara will give you more. Our role as a chartered accountant, methods of charging fees, be charging. Don't charge free, less. The more you charge, the client will come to you. I have experienced this. I told my charge is 25 lakhs per annum. No, what nonsense. Somebody is doing it for 8 lakhs. Oh, please go. I'm happy you go. But he'll come back. The more we charge, people will come back. I've experienced this for 25 years. In fact, we did one small experiment in the office. My partner is also here. We told we'll create a software which is only a presentation software. You have it in your system, video? Our video, artificial intelligence, AI tool. Yavdu ilva? Nenne Notion ilva? Any other video you have? Open, no? So we did one small experiment. Any of this is the AI tool. This is a very nice video. He'll show it in a little while. We told let's not present any statements to clients. Let us not present any Excel. We'll send a WhatsApp video. And everybody told, why are you wasting money in this? It's such a bloody waste of time. This costed me, each video costed me 200 bucks, Saurabh. Less than 200 bucks, maybe 100 bucks. But look at the impact on a client when I presented something like this to a video. Everything has changed automatically. See this. There's no volume, obviously. Volume idea? Okay. Stop madi. If I'm getting this video, such a pretty girl talking. If I talk, it will be like, who is this Buddha fellow talking? A pretty girl is talking. Which client will not see? Which client will not see? Now, and again, there are some 6,000 cases like this. You can have a white, you can have a Swedish, you can have an Indian, you can have an American. You can keep changing people. You can change guys, you can change transgender, you can put girls, you do whatever you want. The world is in your hand. Barta idya?
Hello, I am Mia, virtual colleague of Guru and Jana Chartered Accountants. Welcome to India. We will take you through several stages of getting your company incorporated. Check out the subtasks to understand the detailed procedures. Even veteran professionals find their nerves frayed studying the complex rules, procedures, and forms, but fear not as we simplify each step for you. We will hand-hold you on every stage, and we are just a WhatsApp away. A brief indication of the steps of the incorporation is to apply for the DSC for the directors and then submit potential names of the company. Once approved, the first directors are needed to be selected, an MOA and AOA to be drafted, and the form for incorporation is to be filed with details such as authorized capital, declarations, and other aspects. All these steps have been individually explained going forward.
See, now this tool, any of the BCom students can create this. Now this is what a startup ecosystem will look like. You see presenting. So what we do is we take this Notion. In the Notion we draw down all the steps, DSC steps. Second step, name approval. Now name approval, MOA, everything comes. Third step, PF approval, ESI, HR manual, everything we put it off in the Notion. Then they give a click, there is a small description, what is that job. Next to the description we put all the section numbers so that we don't fail anywhere, and he knows that we are meaning business. We put every section number before that, and we put the small narration, and this girl will speak. Make it simple. You want complex, go down. And once I do this, I have it for lifetime. Keep on repeating this to the other clients. Now when this is available at 100 rupees, why will I make a PPT? And where is the market differentiator? By the time any of the multinational companies implement this, they'll have to go for 400 approvals. Here in our office, Saurabh can do whatever he wants. He bought this to me. This can be used, and I told, do whatever you want. So just to sum up, these are the points we have: definition, who are the stakeholders, the journey, our chartered accountants, method of charging fees, have simplicity as a guiding force, same common questions, templatize your life, beware, and technology is the part. I have another 8-10 minutes. Any questions would be happy to answer. We'll share this link to madam. She'll share it to all of you. You could use the tool. You can download whatever you require. And thank you for the patient listening. Oh, he has published it also. Or I can take my memento and go. Sorry, sir.
Information not available or whatever. Then the department may issue some penalty notices and prosecution. How do you handle those kind of situation?
Sir, first and foremost, everybody will have delays. There is not that you have 200 clients, all 200 clients you are filing on time. There will be delays. But as long as we update the client, look boss, this delay has happened, I hope department will not come back. If it comes back, let me handle it. Now that is the time you have to stand up. That is the time you tell, look, there is a departmental inquiry happening. I'll go there, I'll find out, don't worry about it. I'll sort out everything for you, because everybody is scared of departments. Only chartered accountants are not scared. Everybody is scared. Now when you do this, that is where you are building up the relationship. And you can do this because you are getting 1 lakh per month. You can't do this because you are getting 30,000 per month. Now you don't mind affording your full time going and sitting in the department, sorting it out, go to the CPC, meet them 100 times. Then you come back and present to him, boss, everything is over, don't worry. Now that's the whole purpose of the game. Where we are failing in the game is we are telling department notices, come and meet me. The only thing we have to change is the active voice should become passive voice. Department notices come, don't worry, I'll take care. I'll go and face it. Everybody will have tedious delays because startups don't have money. What we can do? Startups don't have money. Many a times we'll tell, okay, I'll book the invoice later. That will get caught in DD. So this guy has done this nautanki. Either way, they'll catch you up. Instead of that, put it in DD. There has been a delay. There will be an interest paid. I'm sorry. In fact, so there are so many startups which will tell, till now, I have had all wrong books. I have done the following adjustments. My sales was 1 crore. I showed 80,000. My stock was 50 lakhs. I showed only 30 lakhs. Real cases. Go back to the investor and tell, look, this is what I have done. I was forced to do this. I am being transparent with you. Now you tell me what can I do about it. That's a much better approach than telling, no, sales I managed it by doing LIFO method, FIFO method, weighted average method. I have been able to adjust this sales. Anybody will know we are bluffing. Be upfront. This is sorry, I have happened. I am standing up before you. Now the whole ecosystem works like that. Because he is also ruthless. He'll have to be the same way. Anything else from the back? Madam, any questions? Any questions? Surprisingly, very less women in the startup ecosystem. There is before I part, I'll take 30 seconds and go. Sorry, sir.
Whenever you're advising somebody on the entity, type of entity for the startup, LLP or private limited company, what are the top considerations?
Saurabh, you have LLP private limited set? LLP private limited short questions? Short questions of LLP Private Limited. You're not here. Okay. So we have a template, simple considerations, what is easy for you when an investor comes. Investors, especially foreign investors, are average for LLP. Compliances are easy in LLP, compliances are more in private limited, don't worry, I'll take care. In second point is, in a private limited company, shareholders agreement has been there from 1956. In LLP, it's a very new law, there is not much of jurisprudence. If there is any issue in the shareholders agreement, investors prefer to put it in a thing. Most important, no startup makes money. So LLP we advise to save dividend distribution tax. We advise section 222E will not get affected. So we try to do so many things in LLP. In their lifetime, they don't make money. So why do you need LLP? To a private limited company. So it makes those 3 points should, and in fact, sometimes we go and tell, he is an investor whom you are going to approach. I saw his website, there are 47 investments in his company, all are private limited. Why do you want to reinvent the wheel, boss? Private limited khatam kar lo. In fact, he will reach a stage where you tell either sign karo, he will sign. Now that is where you need to build up the relationship, and that's very hard work. To reach that stage, it takes a lot of time. You are actually investing your capital. You are investing capital, waiting, and one fine day the Ishvara will come, either in the form of an acquisition, public issue, liquidation, IBC, he will come. Today fortunately 2 partners are speaking together. So after me my other partner will be speaking. That's it, ma'am. Any break is there now? Papa madam, yen madam. Sorry ma'am. I'll be very happy.
How do you know what business they are doing or any issue?
Ma'am, you are only doing entire books of accounts. You are doing entire GST, you are doing entire payroll, you are doing everything. And you read the PMLA Act which came in September 3rd. In the PMLA Act, you are supposed to maintain certain registers. I will maintain those precautions. I will have all the data. In fact, when I was speaking in the Bangalore branch seminar which sir invited me, in that I was telling PMLA is a boon for all of us. It is not a difficulty. Now I would like to be a director. The entire world is telling I don't want to be a director because there is a problem. The other way is I would like to be a director because there is a problem. Because I know governance, I know the law. None of the clients know the law. And startups, generally where the issue comes in a startup is they do some transaction abroad. They get shares from abroad as a gift. They'll end up opening a US subsidiary and get a gift. Those issues will be there. As long as we take care of that, you are actually in a very good zone. You should become a director. You should become a director. That's a good potential revenue for all of us. And nobody is wanting to become a director because they don't know the subject. We know the subject. So why are we hesitating? So most of them start today. There is no old company at all. 90% startups would have started from 2019, 2020. So 3 years records are with me either way. And obviously we'll have to be little prudent, but not that prudent. We have handled income tax office, madam. What is this? So one more question was there. Yes, sir. Be seeing your balance sheet and feel happy. That's all. You can't deal with the situation, sir. MSME will not get you.
Give them a leeway, saying okay.
No, please don't give a leeway. Startups are animals which can ruin your financial practice. Give 1 month, 2 months, 2.5 months. Otherwise, stop. Please don't give a long rope. If you give a long rope of 8 months, 9 months, you'll ended up having blocking 9 lakh of rupees. Money won't come. Then you'll find 3 mistakes in your work and move to another service provider and shout at you. It is best you wait for 2 months and pull the plug. Don't wait for longer. Get your startup ecosystems, entire clients. 2 months money has not come. Baba, thank you. I have to pay salaries. I don't have money. I am a poor man. Don't give elongated rope to anybody. Either way we can't do, sir, because we are doing all these services. We can't even sign a 15 CSEB. We can't do any assurance. Anything related to UDIN we cannot do. But UDIN is a very small portion of the profession. I am leaving the entire lake and catching a petal. In fact, we feel very happy when they tell in the investor agreement, shareholders agreement, they'll tell. The big four should be the statutory auditors. Acha ho gaya. Let them go. I'm happy. I don't want to sign either place. I'm happy. Let them sign and go. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
I request Manjunath Hallur, Secretary of the Bangalore branch, to handle the next session.